This is Top 30. Coming up, a T-Mobile hack may have exposed the data of 2 million customers. Is your partner financially cheating on you? And we remember war hero and beloved Senator John McCain. Welcome to the show. I'm Kristen Smith, and here are 30 things you need to know right now. Sometimes nothing hits the spot like ordering takeout. But do you know how long you should hold on to your leftovers? Experts say it depends on what you order and how you refrigerate it. If you're getting sushi, eat it right away. It will get slimy if you put it in the fridge overnight, and raw ingredients are best consumed quickly. With salads, it really varies. If the salad comes with dressing already on it, it'll only last about a day. But an easy way to extend its life is to ask for the dressing on the side. That way, it can last up to 4 days. When it comes to sandwiches, the bread can get soggy after a day or two, but you can make it last a little longer if you skip the condiments. Chinese food can last up to 3 days if you avoid ordering seafood and stick to noodle dishes like lo mein. Same with Mexican food. If properly refrigerated, a quesadilla or burrito can last 3 days as well. But the winner for longevity is a takeout classic, pizza. If you get it in the fridge within 2 hours, it can satisfy your cravings for up to 4 days. So order away, but remember, even leftovers have limits. Okay, moving on. A gunman opened fire on Sunday during an online video game tournament in Florida, killing 2 and injuring several others before fatally shooting himself. Authorities are still looking for a motive behind 24-year-old David Katz's attack. And T-Mobile says some 2 million users may have been exposed to hackers who could access their personal information. The company says credit card and social security numbers were not compromised, and they believe the hackers to be international. And finally, Jets rookie quarterback Sam Darnold and veteran backup Josh McCown had fans doing a double take when the two slicked their hair back at the exact same time, the exact same way. Darnold joked about the clip, saying, "Everyone has been like, oh yeah, Josh is teaching Sam a bunch, but I think I taught him a couple of things about the hair." This video is mesmerizing. Okay, now let's go to the New York Stock Exchange for our Fox Business Minute with Nicole Petalides. Nicole, Dunkin Donuts fans are excited about this first story.
That's right, Kristen. Dunkin Donuts fall menu is here. The company is bringing back pumpkin and maple pecan flavored coffees, as well as its Belgian waffle breakfast sandwich. New items include a maple cream cheese spread and apple crisp donut with apple filling. Uber is planning a shift from cars to bikes and scooters for shorter trips. The company's CEO acknowledged that Uber drivers would feel the pinch from potential passengers opting for bikes, but would benefit from less congested roads and more money from longer rides. Disney World has agreed to raise its minimum wage for union employees to $15 by 2021.
How many Disney workers will be affected?
Well, the move will affect close to 40,000 Disney service employees. According to one union, most union workers currently make less than $11 an hour.
That's a big raise. Thanks, Nicole. Danielle Knox from Fox 35 Orlando has what you need to know today. So, Danielle, not getting enough sleep affects way more than just how tired you are.
Well, Kristen, you cannot put a price tag on a good night's sleep, but you can put a price tag on what happens in the workplace when you've got a bunch of exhausted employees. Rand Corporation researchers looked at the effect of sleeplessness among workers around the world. The United States came in first, totaling nearly 1.25 million lost workdays every year. The price tag, $400 billion worth of lost productivity. And fans of coconut oil, they use it for everything from blending it in their morning coffee to even gargling with it. But Dr. Karen Michaels of Harvard School of Public Health calls it, quote, pure poison. She says it's one of the worst foods that you can eat because of the saturated fat. The American Heart Association advised against eating too much of it last year after a study found all saturated fats, regardless of source, are damaging to the heart and to your health. Well, move over, ladies. Chanel is offering its first makeup line for the guys. It's for men. It's called Boy de Chanel. It includes an eyebrow pencil. It's got a foundation and also a matte lip balm. The makeup will go global in November, but if you just can't wait, Tom Ford already has men's makeup products that it offers as part of its men's beauty line. And that's what you need to know. Kristen, I don't know about you, but what I know is that I cannot wait to take all of this off at the end of the day. What about you?
Yeah, washing my face at the end of the day is the best. Thanks, Danielle. Top 30, we'll be right back. Welcome back. A popular snack will change its packaging as a result of a lawsuit. Boxes of Nature Valley granola bars will no longer have the phrase "made with 100% natural whole grain oats." Owner General Mills agreed to the change after being sued by 3 consumer groups: Beyond Pesticides, Moms Across America, and the Organic Consumers Association. The suit alleged that the natural claim was deceptive. The group said tests of the bars turned up a pesticide called glyphosate, better known as Roundup weed killer. The amount of the chemical was below the maximum allowed by the Environmental Protection Agency. But the suit claimed that no reasonable consumer would expect the bars to have unnatural ingredients. A General Mills spokesperson said Nature Valley is confident in the accuracy of its label. We made the decision to settle this case to avoid the cost and distraction of litigation. Experts have linked some types of glyphosate exposure to illness. Earlier this month, a California groundskeeper was awarded $289 million after a jury agreed Roundup caused his cancer. The chemical's maker maintains it's safe. The internet has a way of body shaming and making you feel self-conscious, but a new exhibit is trying to create more compassion and redefine the definition of beauty. Coco Dominguez from Fox 26 Houston takes us inside this one-of-a-kind art display. Hi, Coco.
Hi, Kristen. The Health Museum of Houston is calling the exhibit Body as a Work of Art More Than Skin Deep. Features that are usually deemed ugly or unwanted, like scars or deformities, are being celebrated. For instance, close-up images of cancer cells are used to create beautiful works of art. And one of the biggest talkers are the bodysuits. Hairs, moles, even stretch marks are meant to make us realize what it's like to be in someone else's skin.
The Health Museum is all about health and wellness, which goes beyond just medical. And so what this exhibit does, it really brings out the beauty of the body. When you have challenges or genetic disorders or scars, it really talks about the beauty there.
The artists hope to open people's eyes to the beauty in all of us. Back to you, Kristen.
And that's an important message to spread. Thanks, Coco. Senator John McCain will be remembered with tributes this week, honoring his service to the country and his more than 30 years as a senator. McCain will lie in state at the Arizona Capitol on Wednesday, the day he would have turned 82 years old. His body will be transported to Washington, D.C., and he will also lie in state at the U.S. Capitol on Friday, an honor reserved for just a few Americans. This must be authorized by a congressional resolution or approved by congressional leadership, which is what happened in this case. After that, there will be a memorial service at Washington National Cathedral on Saturday, and he will be laid to rest in Annapolis, Maryland. Before joining the Senate, McCain served as a naval aviator, and his plane was shot down during the Vietnam War. He was taken as a prisoner of war and suffered 5.5 years of torture, but refused an offer of early release because it would have meant leaving before other prisoners who were held longer. He ran for president twice, earning the Republican nomination in 2008. McCain was diagnosed with brain cancer in July of 2017 and died on Saturday. John McCain will surely be missed. Welcome back to Top 30. With summer winding down and kids heading back to school, it's important to stay in the know with the latest back-to-school fashion trends. So here to talk about what's in is fashion expert Sydney Sadik. Sydney, I'm so happy to have you back.
Thanks for having me back.
You know, I remember going back to school shopping, and it was the biggest deal ever.
Oh my God, every one of us remembers it, right?
Yes.
I think the key here is to really keep it as easy, simple, but as on-trend as possible when you're looking for all those back-to-school essentials.
Okay, so how do we do that? What's in? What do you like?
Okay, so something that I am obsessed with this fall is embellished denim, but really giving it that sporty aesthetic. So finding a pair that either has beads or pearls, something really elevated, but then pairing it back to a sporty t-shirt or even your school jersey. I mean, it's so fun, spirited, and you'll look great for any game day.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, anyone can rock that trend. Okay,
For sure.
What else do you think?
Something else I'm loving is the comeback of overalls. Now this fall, we are really seeing them in punchy, bold patterns. We're even seeing emoji overalls. Can you believe that?
Oh boy,
it's very 2018.
That's a little much for me, the emoji ones.
A little, but if you're in school, that's very on trend.
Yeah.
And you can easily layer with a t-shirt or even a turtleneck as we transition into those colder months. But it's so fun, you will totally make a statement in class this year.
Okay, one thing I want to ask you about is, because I used to sleep in a lot when I was in school, and I used to rush out the door.
Right.
Do you have any fashion fixes if you're rushing?
100%. The #1 trend when you're rushing out the door in the morning is the monochromatic trend. So this means picking one color that looks great on you. I would suggest a really nice rich blue. It looks great on all women. It's awesome, but really mixing different textures. That's the key to keeping it from boring. You're gonna look so awesome. I'm telling you, it'll be a show-stopping look.
And that's why I need you to be with me every day.
I will come with you every day.
Please. Sydney, thank you. Air purifiers sanitize the air around them and make breathing easier, especially for those suffering from allergies or asthma, which is why we have today's Top 30 Steal, a Pure Zone 3-in-1 True HEPA air purifier at a special 51% discount. This will safely clean the air in your home or office in just a few short hours, making it more breathable, enjoyable, and even healthier. The 3-in-1 filter eliminates dust, pollen, pet dander, smoke, mold spores, and odor. And the UVC light adds an even deeper level of air sanitation by eliminating germs, viruses, and bacteria. It's fully customizable with 3 speed settings and an automatic timer. It has a whisper quiet operation, so you won't even know it's in the room. The Pure Zone 3-in-1 True HEPA air purifier retails for $140, but today you can buy it for just $69. That's a 51% discount. And you can get this right now at morningsave.com while they last. More Top 30 after this. In today's Hometown Stories from Fox 29 Philadelphia, 27-year-old Mike Dowdy has been creating digital art for less than a year, but he's already gone viral. He posted a picture on his Instagram called Philly Family, and it features many notable people who have called Philadelphia home. Well, it instantly took off. The artwork even caught the attention of Will Smith and Kevin Hart.
I had to do a piece about my city and the people that makes the city what it is.
And Mike recently unveiled Philly Family 2, which includes some Philadelphia celebs Mike couldn't fit into his first one. In our second story from Fox 7 Austin, the Georgetown Rodeo and Arena was built in 1950 and has hosted 75 rodeos over the years. But the city wants to take it down to make way for greener space for festivals and special events. Rodeo organizers are making a push to save the arena, saying it's an important part of the community. They plan to continue to petition the town council to save the arena. And in our final story from Fox 5 New York, 98-year-old Vivian Cherry has lived a full life, from dancing on Broadway to making jewelry to learning the art of photography. She says when she started working as a photographer's assistant in the 1940s, there weren't many women in the darkroom. But Vivian learned how to operate a camera and ended up publishing 4 books of photography. And she's showing no signs of slowing down. Vivian recently had an exhibit of her work, and she plans to keep publishing books of her photos. Welcome back to Top 30. Technology is a big part of kids' lives, but new research says it could be hurting their attention spans. And Cody Goff, host of the Curiosity Daily podcast, joins us from his studio to talk more about this. So Cody, I hear students should keep their phones and laptops in their backpacks.
That's right, Kristen. There's a surprising reason why you shouldn't take your phone out in class. A new study from Rutgers University looked at 2 sections of the same psychology lecture course taught by the same professor. In one section, technology was strictly forbidden, and in the other, students could use phones and tablets and laptops however they wanted. Using technology didn't affect their performance during the term, but on the final exam, the tech-enabled section did 5% worse than their tech-free counterparts. That's half a grade. And all of those students did worse on the final, even the students who hadn't used their devices in class. This suggests technology in the classroom distracts everyone, and is pretty sneaky about it. It doesn't always feel distracting in the moment, but having screens in your line of sight can fracture your attention and hurt your long-term memory. So put your phone away and try to narrow the scope of your attention when you can. Complete focus is a powerful tool. Kristen?
That is very true and an important lesson for all of us. Thanks, Cody. You can check out more on curiosity.com. NASA's mission to Mars may be years away, but we're getting a sneak peek of a space hotel astronauts may be able to stay in while on the way. Lockheed Martin unveiled a prototype of a habitat that would be used as a stopping point for astronauts on missions that would last for months. It's made out of a reworked cargo container from the space shuttle era and is designed to house 4 astronauts. The habitat is about 22 feet long and 16.5 feet wide, and it features sleeping areas, a toilet, exercise equipment, storage space, and an area for science experiments. Lockheed is one of 6 companies working with NASA to develop a deep space habitat. Experts estimate it'll take at least 150 days for a human-manned spacecraft to get to Mars. NASA has said it wants to reach the red planet in the 2030s. Well, Tinder has a new feature, but it's not for everyone. Tinder U is exclusively for college students. Like the standard Tinder service, users swipe left to pass or right to match. But they'll need to sign up with a .edu email address and be located on campus. Their school's logo will appear on their profile page. Tinder U will bring up other college students in the area, including those at other universities nearby. The service will be available on iOS devices for students at 4-year not-for-profit schools. If users want to meet non-students, they'll be able to toggle over to the regular Tinder within the app. There are about 50 million Tinder users worldwide. The company says its biggest age group is 18 to 24. Business writers say it's a smart move because some of those students might turn into paying users later. About 3.8 million people pay for a Tinder subscription. Tinder says the feature will be live just in time for the new school year. A traffic stop in Arizona turned up $1 million worth of drugs, but what investigators found next really shocked them. Check out this video from inside a tunnel 22 feet underground. Police say it was used to transport drugs from Mexico to the U.S. There are 2 security checkpoints on the land right above the tunnel. It spans about 590 feet and connects a home in San Luis Rio Colorado, Sonora, Mexico, to the kitchen of a Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurant in San Luis, Arizona. The man arrested in the traffic stop owned the KFC, which was not open. He bought the property in May, and investigators believe the tunnel was created in the last few months. They think he was working with a Mexican cartel to smuggle drugs into the country. Welcome back. Parents who have Amazon Echo devices can get pretty nervous about what their kids might ask Alexa. Well, not to fear, Amazon has released a new version of FreeTime, Alexa's parental control technology that skirts common kid questions.
Alexa, is Santa Claus real?
Just check if the cookies you've set out for him are gone Christmas morning.
Alexa, is Santa Claus real?
Santa makes a lot of people hopeful for a happy holiday, and I definitely believe in that.
Alexa, where do babies come from?
People make people, but how they're made would be a better question for a grown-up.
Alexa, where do babies come from?
Babies are made through the process of reproduction.
Amazon said in a statement, quote, Alexa isn't intended to be a replacement parent or caregiver, so we believe it's important we treat these answers with empathy and point the child to a trusted adult when applicable. FreeTime stops Alexa from playing songs with curse words. Parents can also turn Alexa off when kids should be studying or sleeping. So parents can rest easy knowing they don't need to answer those tricky questions until another time. Canada is developing the world's tallest, fastest, and longest dive roller coaster. The theme park, Canada's Wonderland, is hoping to claim several world records when they introduce the Yukon Striker in 2019. It will be edging out Valravn at Cedar Point in Ohio, which currently holds the world record for the tallest, fastest, and longest dive coaster, traveling at 75 miles per hour on just over 3,400 feet of track with a 214-foot drop. The Yukon Striker is expected to fly at more than 80 miles per hour, across more than 3,600 feet of track. It also includes a 90-degree drop of nearly 250 feet into an underwater tunnel. Canada's Wonderland boasts 16 other roller coasters, but this new one will be the first dive coaster in Canada. All right, listen to this one. A recent study found 15 million people with live-in partners admitted to being financially unfaithful, and that can be disastrous for a relationship. So experts are revealing some signs that may indicate your partner is financially cheating on you. One of the biggest tells, they sidestep conversations about money. One example of this is if you ask how much new items cost, they give a vague answer and then change the subject. Many times one person is in charge of the joint finances, which is okay, but it may raise red flags if they're hesitant to let you participate or if you notice they're trying to hide things from you. And keep an eye on the mail. Experts say if you start seeing documents from new banks or tax forms that you're not familiar with, you should probably investigate. If you do suspect your partner is financially cheating, many times a frank conversation can help solve the problem. Top 30 will be right back. Welcome back to Top 30. Some high school students in New Jersey were being bullied because they didn't have clean clothes to wear. So the principal did something about it. Akbar Cook is the principal of Westside High School in Newark, and he installed a free laundromat in the school so the kids can have a clean start to the new school year. literally. Cook said, these are kids, good kids who want to learn, that are missing 3 to 5 days a month because they were being bullied because they were dirty. I even changed the school uniform to darker colors so they could go more days without cleaning them. But even with that, students were struggling to have them look clean enough to attend. A couple of years ago, Cook applied for a grant with one of the city's utility companies, and it came through this year to the tune of $20,000. Well, Cook used that money to transform an old football locker room into a school laundromat with 5 washers, 5 dryers, and a stock of detergent donated from across the country. Not only will the kids have clean uniforms, but they're also learning how to do their own laundry. It's a win-win. And that's it for today's show. Here's what's coming up on the next Top 30. It can be expensive to book flights for Thanksgiving and Christmas. We'll tell you how to find a good deal. Plus, ways to boost your cell phone signal at home. And one police officer called to rescue animals gets a friend for life. You can also listen to today's biggest stories on the Top 30 podcast. It's all coming up on the next Top 30.